stop being rapey. Yo, stop being rapey. Yo. So Bill Cosby just got released. His case overturned. Which it probably shouldn't have. He probably shouldn't have went to prison based on the facts that they had, because it's in a weird way he admitted guilt, but he admitted guilt in a court deposition that wasn't supposed to be or even legal to be admissible in court. Basically, he did the shit, but his admittance to doing the shit was not admissible in court. Now, I'm fully aware and I fully understand people riding the wave and people not really reading into facts or the details. Because I've done radio and I've written for some small publications and that kind of stuff. I'm kind of conditioned to kind of examine the facts and read shit. But I know the internet is no place for nuance. There's no place for us to do that. So we kind of just take the headline and we run with it. So I get when people don't know the facts and they just defending Bill Cosby and they have like these conspiracy theories that they haven't vetted or haven't like looked through. But the people who know the details or even know a little bit of the details that show guilt or just immoral behavior from Bill Cosby and they still defend him, those motherfuckers are real rapey to me. It feels real rapey. Real rapey. Like, so people who don't know, Bill Cosby was found guilty for a crime that happened in 2005. So it had kind of aged out of the statute of limitations, and also, but in those court depositions, he admitted to buying Quaaludes with the intentions of giving to this particular woman to have sex with her. That alone should give people pause and make people feel like, what? Bitch, what? That's disgusting, motherfucker. But we have a love affair with Bill Cosby that's, number one, not reciprocated. Bill Cosby been shitting on our community, people who look like us and look like him, for a very long time. As soon as he get in trouble, we right behind him and we fighting for him. And all he was trying to buy CBS. Let's kill the CBS myth. He was trying to buy CBS in the 90s, motherfucker. If they was trying to ruin him, they would have ruined him in the 90s, because newsflash, these little stories about Bill Cosby slipping people Quaaludes and them waking up not remembering the night are not new stories. They range before my time. And so Bill Cosby has made a living on thumbing his nose and looking down on people in our community and things that he doesn't agree with in our community. Comedians that wasn't doing comedy in the way he wanted to do, he would actively try to end them or sabotage their career. He tried to ruin and end their comedy jam. That's very public. The movie Booty Call, when that came out, he hated it because it was about sex and it was about all this. Ironically, but really Booty Call was really just a comedy about safe sex. But that's another story. But Bill Cosby, of course, we all know now about 50 some odd women, almost 60 women coming forward with similar stories after the first few came out, and then they saw those stories and they say, oh shit, I've had a night or two with Bill Cosby and I don't remember what happened, and he gave me something to drink. So like slipping people Quaaludes knowingly or unknowingly with the intentions of having sex with them is fucking weird. And not only fucking weird, but it's wrong. And it's only wrong to people if it's happening to people, women in their life, their moms, their grandmas, their aunts, their sisters. That's when it becomes weird and wrong to them. But to the rest of the people, it seems like, well, they knew what they was doing when they was going to his room, or why they going to a married man's room, and all these things that are deflecting statements on why he was giving them drugs to alter their state or put them to sleep. So for some reason we ignore or we denounce or we just decide that rape culture isn't real. And it's easy for men to do it because men, we do have a privilege. The world was constructed by people with dicks to not be fair for women. in a lot of ways. So rape culture is not a thing to us, but newsflash, because of rape culture, we probably all had sex with women because they feel like they had to, or they shouldn't have let it get this far, or I'm already naked, I've already decided. And so a lot of women have gone through it because they decided, hey man, I like him, I was gonna have sex with him anyway, or shit, I wanted to have sex with him at first, but now I don't, and shit, we've already started. So a lot of sex we've had, women have granted us because they felt like it was too late or they had to. But I had somebody say, "Oh well, what if? Well, so if I smoke a blunt with some woman and we have sex, that's rape?" No, motherfucker. Number one, that's stupid. Especially if you smoke. I don't even smoke weed, but I know that weed not gonna alter your mental state where you gonna make a decision that you wouldn't make necessarily when you're not high. But that's not the same as something that puts you to sleep or makes you impaired. The act of consent is something that a woman should be able to have consent from the start of sex to the end. If she sleep in the middle of it, there's no more consent. That's not even a philosophical thing. A woman has consent and to stop at any time. A woman can say, "No, I don't want to have sex anymore. No, I don't want to have sex." Just because you started penetration don't mean that consent ends. So I understand, like, trying to explain rape culture to people who don't want to understand it and don't agree with that. It's like trying to like explain calculus to somebody who didn't finish third grade. But some things are not even gray area; they're just black and white. If you're giving somebody drugs where they're going to go to sleep and not remember, then you probably shouldn't be fucking them. But I don't want no trouble though, man.